Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crafting with B. How is everyone? Okay, we'll give it a few minutes for everybody to show up, but I'm kind of just setting this up. There's my X one. I thought I'd forgotten to make one of them. So hopefully everything sounds good. Wait a second, I forgot to mute this other one. Okay, that should get rid of the echo, I hope. Hi, Margie. Hi, Beth. How are y'all doing today? So glad to see y'all here. I'm still working on my butterfly nightcat. I have Stardust in the other room because I decided to take out my little towers of trays. So I can't use this whenever she's in the room because it seems to get knocked over. Anyway, she might have snuck out the front door, so she may end up coming back in here later. Got my coffee in my Stitch cup. Love this cup. Of course, I've got my French vanilla creamer in it. So I know some sorry about that. I know some of y'all were at the live on Thursday night, and I cannot believe I forgot to tell y'all about this. I'd planned on it. But anyway, Thursday morning, we got like 4.1 inches of rain in a matter of an hour. I am so sorry. My allergies are really starting to act up. I don't remember when I started Unicorn Family, but I've been working on it for quite a while, but I do 2 or 3 big ones at a time. But anyway, I wanted to show you a couple pictures, if I can find it on my phone, of what our town looked like. Let me see, because these are off of Facebook. I did not take these pictures. I'm not going to take credit for it. But these are 2 houses. Okay, let me switch this over to the other camera. I'm not going to zoom into that very much, but that was one of the houses, I believe, here in where I live at in the neighborhood, but it was further down. And then the other picture that I have is just a Casey's that we have here. It's a really small one, and that was their parking lot. And it did a lot of damage to cement and bridges and stuff in town. I can't believe I forgot to tell y'all all about that on Thursday. By the afternoon, most of the water had went down and everything, but that was a lot. And also, while it was raining, my craft room started leaking in here. And we put a roof on this room about 7 years ago. And it used to leak in the same spot that it leaked in while that rain was going on. But then we got another heavy rain last night, and it didn't leak at all. So I'm wondering if it was just because it was such heavy rain is the reason that started leaking again. Hopefully we can put off getting a new roof on this for at least a year or so. But yeah, that was a lot of rain. And even the high school, there was water up to the grills on some of the cars out there. But I'm going to switch this back over. Try to get this zoomed in just a little bit. Let's see, where's it at? No, I'm not working on that one. Let's see if I can push it in. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to get that zoomed in like I wanted to over here. I have to work today, unfortunately. I don't know what it is, but every Saturday I dread going into work. Maybe it's just because Saturday is my Monday, but I almost thought I was going to be late getting on here. My son stopped by to get some chairs for something that they were doing up at the fairground. But let's see. X. Get my little X tray out here. And whenever I quit working on this, I'll have to put all these up because Stardust does come in here whenever I'm not in here. So I would come home and this thing would be knocked over unless I blocked off the doggy door, which wouldn't be fair to them. But so I thought I would just use this again. I wish I could find one of these foam towers like this for the big white trays. I would love that. And I just saw this X. Granny isn't here to tell the colors, but X is 333. But yesterday was such a... I'm sitting here trying to put these up, and I just said that I wasn't going to do that until I was done. But, let's see. I'm trying to at least finish this part so I can start on this one up here. But yesterday, I felt so bad about this. Remy is doing really good with her potty training. Hi, January. How are you? You changed your name. Did you change your name? Or did I just not notice the journey on it? We won't tell a soul. But anyway, she's doing really good on her potty training. And she didn't have an accident at all yesterday. So I was so proud of her for that. But I was sitting in the living room and the boys were there and her brothers, Axel and Aiden, and they were on their tablets and the Xbox playing Minecraft. Well, I saw her run by. I do like it. I thought it was new. I think that is a wonderful name. But anyway, I saw her run by and she goes to the bathroom in my room. Well, I didn't notice that she had closed the door because she'll holler at me whenever she's done. And anyway, I was sitting there cross stitching, didn't think anything about it, and I looked over at the computer and she wasn't over there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she went to the bathroom." And I know it'd been like 10 minutes. So I went in there to check on her, and she's sitting in there, and she's just all kinds of crying. She was like, "You didn't come in here." I felt so bad about that. And I didn't hear her call for me because she had closed the door. And I always tell her to leave it open so I can hear you. Well, she had closed the door. I didn't hear her. And she was like, "But you didn't come in here whenever I called you." I felt so bad. And I was like, "But you did a good job." So she she got over it pretty quick, especially whenever she got her gummies. She loves the fruit snacks. Okay, January. We'll see you in a little bit. But she absolutely loves her fruit snacks, and I baked some cupcakes yesterday, but she insisted that they weren't cupcakes, they were muffins. And I was like, "Okay." And I baked them before the kids got out of school. Well, Aiden and Axel came in and they started calling them muffins. And I had baked one set of them. I've only got 2 of the 6 cupcake pans. So I made the first batch and then I baked the second ones, and they were on the table cooling. And I told them, "Y'all can have one if you want." I didn't realize they were getting the ones that were not frosted yet. So they went over there, and I was like, "Do you want the ones with icing on them?" And they had, or "Would you like some icing on those?" Because I hadn't frosted those yet. And they were like, "Nope, these are good." So they ate their cupcakes without frosting. Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? So glad to see you. I was just telling them about Remy and the boys with their cupcakes. And we're still working on Butterfly Nightcat. And I'm actually trying to use my little trays. That's why Stardust is not in here right now. So I don't know if she'll be making an appearance. If she talks somebody into letting her out the front door, she might come in through the doggy door. But we will see. Got my French vanilla coffee in my Stitch cup. I was too this morning. In fact, my son came by and he got to get some chairs. I didn't know if I was going to be here on time or not. I'll show you this picture because I forgot to tell everybody about the flooding that happened in my town on Thursday morning. Let me switch this over. But that was our Casey's store. On Thursday morning, we got like 4.1 inches in an hour. And I did not take that picture. It was on Facebook. So I'm not going to take credit for those. And then I'm not going to do a close up of it, but that was a house that's in our neighborhood. Luckily, our house did not flood. They actually fixed the drainage system about 10 years ago. I wish I could find the pictures from back then, But before they fixed that, we got a rain like that, and it looked like a river going down our road. But my brother's house actually did flood. At least his den area, anyway. But where he's at, he's kind of in a dip, and he would have gotten water from both sides. Okay, let's see. In. Oh, I already took it out. I've got my little tower tray here. I'm going to switch it back over. Got my little tower tray that I'm using. That's why Stardust is not in here right now. That's me a lot of times, rushing around trying to get stuff done. I would have to say my daughter does that a lot more than I do. But I'm gonna get this poured in here. I'm hoping this weekend goes pretty well at work. Hopefully we get our full days. Last week we had an outage, so we had a couple of short days at work. There was one day we were out of there by like 10:30, which is only an hour short for me, but I do like being able to get my full 11 hours. Okay. And almost didn't put that back in order. Trying to get these few that I have left on this one. This painting is turning out so pretty. I can't wait to get it fixed up for my mom. Like I said, I'm going to do the thing with the rulers to make the hanging part of it. And then I'm going to get one of those command hooks that'll hold the heavier stuff. And I think I'm going to hang it up there, and then as I get more done, I'm going to switch them out for her. Like once every few months. I went and saw her yesterday. She hasn't been feeling great, but she's always excited whenever I stop by. And I was able to stay a little bit longer than normal because I'd already made dinner, had made it in the slow cooker. So I stayed with her for about an hour. And then I went and got 2 DoorDashes right after that, and then nothing for the rest of the night. But I did come home, and wait on others, which I'm just slightly out of the area. So since I'm not in the area, they won't send me an order from my house unless they're desperate for it to be done, basically. But I think that she will really like this as well. As soon as I get to where I'm down to like the last 2 squares on this, I'm going to put a poll up for my next budget friendly painting. Let y'all pick from I think the maximum on that is at 3 or 4 on the polls. I'm not sure, but I'll put up so many pictures and let y'all pick one from the poll. Be a little bit different than the mystery one because I can actually I'll just put as many options as is available. Okay, P. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I probably should just be going ahead and putting them back in the bags because after we're done with our chat, I might have 10 minutes to diamond paint, and then I'll have to get ready for work. But I do not know. Let's see. I only have one of these. These towers like this are great for if you have paintings with a lot of confetti. But I would not use them around cats. And I would try to make sure you have something to make them to where they'll stay, like Velcro or something on the bottom of them, or a sticky pad, just so they won't tip over. I'm saying that, and I don't have anything under this one. But the only good thing is I've got lots of spare drills that I could probably finish it if I did something like that. Okay, this is L. I've only got one of these in here. I think these are all the colors that I missed one or two of, and I'm having to go back and redo them. I wonder where Granny's at this morning. She must have got busy with something. That's okay, though. This whole painting isn't a lot of confetti, but there are little spots of it where you have some confetti. I am really wanting to get some of those trays that my daughter got. They're from Cattier. They're called Trabricks. And they're like storage and a tray all in one. And they come in like packs of 5 or 10, depending on whether you get the bigger ones or the smaller ones. So I really want to get a set of those. Okay, G. Let's get the G out. That's okay. Everybody has a life outside of YouTube, so I love it when everybody shows up. We have so much fun here. I completely understand that. I actually like confetti in paintings, but I will tell you, I do not like confetti in cross stitch. Completely different story whenever it comes to cross stitch. It switching the different threads all the time is so annoying because you have to separate the threads if it's a full strand. And then you have all of these that you've already separated, and you won't be using them again till later. And it's confetti is a lot harder whenever it comes to cross stitch. Okay, let's get J. Right now I'm just doing one at a time just because I'm trying to finish this one. And I know these are all ones that I forgot earlier. But J and Y. Once we finish this, I'll take this cover off of this middle part right here, and we can start on that one. I wish I knew that Stardust wouldn't knock this over and I would leave it out. I in fact, I don't know, were you in Thursday Night's Live? I put away my other cross stitch that I was almost done with just because the rest of it is a bunch of confetti. Now I will get it back out and start working on it again, but I just needed a break from working on that one, so I got another one instead that I started on the Siamese long-haired cat one, and it's actually turning out pretty good. Um, it's an 11 count. I kind of wish all of these were the 14 count, just so I could pull out one thread out of there at a time out of the strand and then just double it up and tie it at the end of the needle so that it would be so much easier to separate the threads with the 14 count. But I don't even think I have any printed cross stitches that are 14 count. All of my printed ones are 11 count. I think next time I get a cross stitch though, I'm going to look and see if I can find a 14 count in a printed one. Even if it's a smaller one, just see if I like that better. Okay, we got all of those done. Now I can pull this part of this plastic back so that I can do this section. This cat is almost done. I'm thinking I'll have it done by next week, because I keep working on this one and my mystery painting, and not so much my unicorn family. We are going to set that tray right there just to hold that plastic back, because I don't want to get up and get one of my cover minders. Okay, let's see. W. This will keep us busy for a while. W is 310. And we all know what color that is. There's quite a bit of it on this one. Okay, let's see. I can't seem to get my colors, my alphabet straight and put those in order. But, oh no. The one thing I do not like about these small little trays is how easy it is to spill the drills off the side of it. Especially whenever it's a color that you have a lot of and you pour extra in there just for that reason. But so which diamond are y'all still working on, the same diamond paintings? Or did y'all finish the ones that y'all were working on? But no, this week seems like it has went by so quickly, and it's already time to go back to work again. It's been a really fast-paced week, it seems like. Like I said, on Wednesday I tried door dashing, and it wasn't until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon whenever I started actually getting some orders. But then last night after I went to see my mom, I got 2 right in a row, which I hadn't planned on doing a whole lot of door dashing last night anyway. But I actually, last night for dinner, I made a chuck roast and I put it in the crock pot, cut it up in cubes, and put cream of mushroom soup in it. And then I like it over rice, and Josh likes it over noodles. So after I finished with that, I went ahead and made both rice and noodles because it takes like 10 minutes to boil both of them. So it didn't take long at all to finish it up. And it's one of my family's favorite meals. Hi, Granny. How are you? Were you sleeping in? I think I slept in till about 7:15 this morning, which I can't really say that's sleeping in because that's about the time that I get up most mornings. Okay, since Granny showed it is 9:30 here. Let me see if I can. Why did I not set my coffee back on my warmer? Hate it when my coffee gets cold. Where is my phone? I'm going to show you the pictures, Granny, and I cannot believe that I forgot to talk about this on Thursday night's live because all of this happened on Thursday. But this, okay, let me switch it over again so y'all can see it. That is a house in my neighborhood, but it's further on the other side of the neighborhood. We got like 4.1 inches of rain, heavy rain, in an hour. And then this is another one. These were both pictures from Facebook, but that was our Casey's store the other morning, and there was a lot more stuff like that. Our high school parking lot, there was water up to the grills of the cars. It was a lot of water. And my brother's house flooded. Luckily, nothing happened to my house and my daughter's house that live up the street. They actually fixed our drainage system in this area of the neighborhood I live in about 10 years ago. At that time, we had something like that happen on our road. But it's fine now. But all the bridges, and there was water over bridges and everything all through town. I'm good. Nothing happened to our house though. Except I was telling we did have a leak in our roof, and it's the same place that it leaked before we had gotten a new roof. But it only, while that, during that hour, it was leaking in here, and it was in my craft room. Well, we got heavy rain again last night, and it was just fine. It wasn't as bad or as quick. So I'm hoping that we've got at least a year or so before we'll have to replace the roof on this back room because it's only like 7 years old. Luckily, yeah, it's in my craft room, but luckily it's on the, where it leaks at is where you go from the dining room, and it's in that walkway that goes out to outside. So nothing was over there to where it was at, so it didn't get anything wet or anything. So we'll switch that back over. I'm actually using my little tower today instead of my trays, so that is the reason Stardust is not in here. She was in the living room whenever I started. And unless she talks somebody into letting her outside and she comes in the doggy door, she won't be in here today. So true. We actually have another leak, and it's crazy, but in the other room, and it's just we've got to get up there and seal. We used to have a wood stove in our house, and I love the smell of the wood stove and everything, but it always made me nervous using it whenever we went to bed and stuff, because I didn't want it to catch fire or anything, so we ended up taking it out. But we still have the pipe that goes up there, and whenever it rains hard, it'll normally leak a little bit right there. But it's so crazy, during all that rain, that one did not leak once. That is great, Granny. I bet you are so excited to get that done. Then you can start on one of your dreamer designs. I'm going to start working more on my unicorn family once I finish this one. I am working on a different cross stitch. I think you were in there whenever I said that on Thursday night. But and ignore my hair today, because I do not know what happened to my hairbrush. I've got one out in my van, but I just didn't have time to go out and get it this morning. So I don't have my hair up or anything today. But we are actually working on 310. I can even say the color of that one. Your monthly curse. I told them earlier, once I finish or get close to finishing this one, I'm going to put out a poll on which one I should do next as far as my budget one. I'm sure people will. I am absolutely sure people will. Oh, and I was going to tell you, you were talking about that 4-pack from Walmart. After the live on Thursday night, I did go and order that. So I should be getting that today's Saturday, Monday. So I'll be getting that 4-pack as well. Can't wait to get that in. That was a great deal on those Diamond Dots canvases. And even though everybody's already saw, look at what I just did. It's the problem with these little itty bitty trays. Oh, and as for that little dustpan for spilling your drills, I would say it works okay if you've got a surface to scoot them to the side to, but if you spill them on the floor or anything, the lip of that is too much and they won't go on there. I'll show you real quick. Okay, you can't even see where I'm at with this though. Never mind. But it works okay, but it just doesn't want to get all the drills up on it unless you have a side that you can sweep them off of. I agree. I will be happy to do those with you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the January. No, they didn't stick to the broom. They're just not, I'm just not able to get them over this little lip of the dustpan. So they're not wanting to go into the dustpan unless I take them over to the side of the table or something. So even though I only paid like 98 cents for this little dustpan and broom, it is a fail for what I wanted it for. But I'll do an unboxing on that. And I think I've got another Diamond Dots here that I never did an unboxing on, and I'll go ahead and add that into it too. I actually don't think I did the unboxing on the waterfall one, the waterfall grotto either. I am definitely going to have to get one of those mini vacuums. It's going to, I think that that's exactly what I need. You know what? I think I'm going to get my 4-placer for these. Whenever I place drills with multi-placers, I cannot do them side to side. I always have to do them up and down. I might have to, I'll join you with that. I've got one special drill painting right now. And I think I've got my little stitch that's a special drill. But I might have to do my coasters and stuff for your week of special drills. So those will have to be what I do for now until I can get me some more. I know, but I'm trying not to order that many right now. Okay, I've got plenty of coasters and keychains though. I can do that. I absolutely have plenty of those. So I will join you with all my coasters and keychains. I need to work on some more anyway because I've gotten lazy and haven't been doing any of those lately. Trying to think if I have any other special drills. I think I've done most of mine. By January. But I was planning on doing at least one of those a week, and I've fallen so far behind on that. I need to finish the one that I'm working on, which I won't do that one on camera or anything. It's a Raiders keychain because that's Josh's favorite team. Or not keychain, coaster. And it doesn't have any special drills with it. It's just black and gray. It's got like 3 colors tabled. I definitely want to get some of those sun catchers. I'm trying not to buy more diamond painting stuff, and here y'all are trying to influence me. But I'll find some to work on. I may see if I can order one off of Amazon though. I really want to. They've got a one of those camper ones that I found on Temu that January showed me that I really wanted. I found one of those on Amazon, and I've almost got enough on my misplay, which is where you play games and you can get gift cards. I've got like 20 points left, and I can get a $10 Amazon gift card. So as soon as I get that, I'm going to go on there and try to find some of that. I may do a special instead of that camper one that I wanted. I know how you feel, Granny. I've got so many paintings and stuff. I'm the same way. I can never, takes forever for me to pick which one I want to do next. It's sort of like whenever I picked this one out, I picked it out strictly because it was already in the baggies and I could just put the letter or the label on them and work on it out of the baggie. What? I almost forgot what color I was doing or what symbol. I don't know how since it's 310. Hi, Lexi. How are you? We are still working on this night butterfly nightcat. I think this one is going to go to Grandma. I'm going to use some of those wooden rulers and make like a hanging frame for it. I think that she will really like this, and I'm going to get one of those command hooks that will hold the heavier stuff. Which one are you working on? But the command hooks will hold the heavier stuff. That way I can switch them out maybe once a month for her so she can have some different ones, different paintings and stuff to look at every time. Ah. So are you enjoying your new phone? I started on that Siamese cat cross stitch. I didn't finish the other one yet, but there was so much confetti in the bottom of that, and cross stitch confetti is no fun. I bet her phone had a mind of its own, and it would just stop charging randomly, and the battery was dying really quick. Mine was giving me some issues, but it seems to be okay now. I will definitely show mine off. And I think I finally figured out a way to record it while I'm out door dashing. So y'all might be getting some WIP and chats with the cross stitch while I'm waiting to get orders. And it's pretty sad. It took me putting the tripod in my cup holder up against a drink for me to figure out how it would work to be able to record it. So I might start doing that some next week. I did a little test one, but I didn't want to post that because there wasn't much to it. It was only like 2 minutes long. Okay, thanks so much, Lexi. We'll see you later. Love you. Oh, if I don't at least diamond paint a little bit each day, it's like I feel like I'm going through withdrawals. Hopefully soon. I think in about 2 weeks, she'll have her first doctor's appointment. So we'll see exactly how far along she is and when the baby is due. But I I have never actually tried knitting. Um, I can crochet a little bit. I can't do any of the fancy stuff, but I can crochet a little bit. My grandma taught me how to crochet. I think I was like about 8 years old. And the first thing that she had taught me how to do was just to chain. I know that's my one that lives a ways away. She lives about an hour from here. Hi, Brian. How are you doing? But yeah, she lives about an hour away from me, and she has one son right now. And then she's pregnant with her second child. I cannot, hopefully, it's a little girl. I've only got, out of all my grandkids, I've only got one granddaughter. But whenever my grandma taught me to crochet, the first thing she showed me how to do was just a crocheted chain. Courtney is the one that I watch all of her kids. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here, Brian. But her son is Mo. I think I showed a short of him one day whenever he was dancing. That the cheerleaders were out there dancing, and he was dancing along in the stands. And yes, whenever I posted that, I did have permission from his mom to post it. I don't post any of my grandkids without their parents' permission. I have I'm trying to think. Right now, I have 4 grandsons and I have 1 granddaughter. Definitely don't have any great grandchildren yet. So I'm really hoping that it's a girl. Be so nice to have another girl. I I know, but a lot of time it doesn't, as long as I have their parents' permission, and like Aiden and Axel, if I put them on here, I will ask their permission as well. Remy loves the camera, but if they're old enough to tell me that they don't want to be on the channel, I won't put them on here. Just because I think that they should have a say in it as well. I wouldn't worry too much about it because as long as you have permission, it's okay. I had a comment on one of mine that was like that too. That I think somebody told me they don't want children on YouTube. But there are so many channels out there that do have children that are on there. And they're part of it every day. So I think as long as it's not anything that's hurting the child, like I said, I won't give last names. And all of my grandkids have different last names than me, or most of them do. But even then, I won't give their last names or anything like that. It's only first names. And Mo, that is not even his full name. So, but once he gets older and if he tells me he doesn't want to be on there, then I won't put any videos whatsoever. Well, Courtney is my daughter from a previous relationship. So she has my last name from before I was married. And then Lexi's baby will have the father's last name. I don't know what I would have done if I had all boys. But I will say I had 10 times less issues out of my boys than I did my girls. My girls gave me a lot more problems than my boys did. I think I actually finished the W's. I definitely don't know what I would have done with that. I do not think I could have handled 2 babies at the same time. I'm so lucky I do not have a bunch of twins in my family. You have to give all of everybody with twins and triplets, yar saints. I could There was times that I could barely handle one baby. And I was so lucky that I never had 2 of them in diapers at the same times, because they were all just far enough apart that I would get one out of diapers and then before I had the other one. Yeah, I could not imagine it. Right, Wendy? I so agree with that. Oh, it is already 10 o'clock. Okay, well, I guess I have to go and get ready for work, unfortunately. Like I said, I dread work on Saturdays. But anyway, I enjoyed today. Thank you so much for everyone being here. If you don't mind, hit that like button on your way out. Everyone, take care, and hopefully, I will see everyone on Thursday. Y'all have a good day. Bye.